Yo, welcome. And today we have why war won't work with Gen Z. And that's because, what I'm saying, who wants to go to war? There's too much stuff out here and there's too much things in life to enjoy than to be in the middle of a battle through this game. Oh, well, for me, I think I'll be like after recruitment, I think I'll just make the SEAL Team 6 or just be a candidate for when they decide to make super soldiers. So you feel what I'm saying? Good heart, strong body, black. Well, I'm Canadian. You guys are cooked. Like y'all in America, y'all are cooked. I ain't gonna lie. Don't get drafted, buddy.
They say every couple of generations, one. They say every couple of generations, one generation is bound to experience the most life-changing events in history. And so far, it's looking like Gen Z is fitting the boot. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of.
I don't lie. We've been through the pandemic, and you guys, the American people, are going to war. I'm Canadian. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here chilling.
Of an exaggeration, but can you blame me after all the things we've had? Most of us were born around the time or after one of the most devastating terror attacks in modern times happened. We saw our parents trying to keep their sanity during the 2008 financial crisis. As soon as we stepped out into the real world as adults, everything decided to shut down because of COVID in 2020. We've been having drills since we were 5 at school in case a lunatic comes in and mows the whole school down. And now to add the cherry on top, we may be running back to draft and being put on the war field. Excuse me, I meant you guys may be running back the draft and on the warfield. I just found out I'm highly on the spectrum, so unfortunately that means I can't.
Yeah, but if I was in America and they started drafting, you know how fast I would have a syndrome, autism, be amputated? Oh my god. Like what? Like let me show you the exact clip of how I would be if I got drafted. Hold on. If they draft me, this is exactly what's going to happen. As soon as my computer decides to work for.
What a racing point! Say hello to the Shakes Checkoff gun.
And say goodbye to your mama's lightsaber.
Yep.
Guess what, Harry? Darth Eraserhead's becoming a fan fact.
Whether it's a thumb, a finger, a leg, or an arm, I'm making sure I'm not going to war.
Unfortunately, that means I can't qualify. But good luck, future soldiers. I'll give you each a high five and you can have fun on the battlefield.
Good luck.
It's crazy how Gen Z is kind of running back what millennials. Because millennials had a war growing up with.
Oh yeah. If there was a lag or what I'm saying is happening after and all the cuts in between the video. And my computer
Terrible
work.
economy, you have to worry about it, they can even afford a house. But man, at least they had good music coming out. What do we have for turmoil times? I don't think I really have to explain too much what's going on. If you don't keep up with the news, you've probably seen the memes already about hitting 360 no scopes on the battlefield. But the United States of America.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna lie. If I heard a streamer called T-Bang say it the best. Why are you drafting the people who don't want to go? Draft the people who do want to go. All them boys you got in Nevada or Maine, if that's the real place. Them deep South boys, all the boys, the ticks. Get them boys. Get the YNs. Get the racist. Get them people first. When there's not enough of them, then start, get on the regular people.
officially got involved with the Israel and Iran conflict and
Damn,
decided to drop
why?
3 bombs on what they say is their nuclear sites. But of course, that's just a theory. A game theory. Alright, I'm sorry. I feel like I need to take these matters more serious. Now, I'm not going to say too much of my personal opinion on it and break this down like it's a 5-hour political podcast. I usually say and talk about things more on stream, so definitely go follow me on there on the second channel. But it's not surprising that everyone is scared online and doesn't know what's going to happen. You know, in the past, you usually didn't have a president tweeting that they bombed a country, then posting a low PNG photo. Didn't have a president tweeting that they bombed a country.
We have completed a successful attack on 3 I can't even do the voice. 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped down on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Cool. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Kind of blew them up in real life GTA. So, peace? I'm not sure why he got involved, but I don't know nothing. All right, computer, can we please work today?
Country, then posting a low PNG photo of the American flag right after. This is definitely the worst time to be the ripe age of 18 to 25 because we going first if the draft happens. Unfortunately, high school class of 2025, only got a couple of seconds of freedom before you. I've been thinking to myself for a while, in a hypothetical, unlikely scenario of them actually doing a draft, the government doesn't realize that
it would not work with Gen Z.
Gen Z has got to be the worst generation for them to try and get on the war train with them. And this isn't even mentioning about all the fanboys and furries we got. Not even talking.
Oh yeah, bro. Them boys gonna take you. They gonna see on your birth certificate male, and you haven't changed that completely. You're just a dude that likes to dress like a girl. I don't care if you need to wear a skirt. You're going to the field, boy. I don't know, you might want to get that transition. Alright, bro. Only pause for a little bit. Come on, computer. It's not that deep. Come on, gang. Be for real. Can we please work? Stop embarrassing me.
Either morbidly obese or twigs. One of the main reasons I think war wouldn't work with Gen Z is because the propaganda age of America is officially dead. And not just America, any country that has some form of...
Oh yeah, y'all don't even like your country no more. Hey man, same. Oh man, it sucks to suck. I don't know.
Press is absolutely cooked. The reason why people back then were so patriotic and would do anything to be in the army in war times, you had kids who were in high school lying about their age so they could serve in the army. Was because so many people trusted what the politicians said and how the media said things. Politicians were treated as saintly figures that would never do bad for the American people because why would they? They sit on podiums.
Dang, it's already been 8 minutes. My fault, gang. Let me stop pausing.
Then do cool speeches about us fighting for our democracy and freedom. And now we look back at certain conflicts America got in and realize that there was no point in us being there. Like, almost nobody nowadays thinks the Vietnam War was something America needed to get involved in. And it's crazy how the number one superpower for military and all things lost to that were setting up Looney Tune ad traps in the ground.
Wait a second. I'm not a history person. I was in history during the pandemic, so we got to cheat. This is what happened. They were using booby traps and beat America. Dang. Hey, man. Fair game. Booby traps of doom. Yeah, I'm not getting trapped. I don't know about y'all.
Also, the Iraq War is universally seen as a dumb war that shouldn't have happened by people now. Like, even Trump and Obama agree on that. That's probably the only thing they agree on. The reasons why these work, though, is because it was so much easier to push propaganda in the past. Like, in the Vietnam War, they were playing TV ads saying this was all about freedom and nothing else.
I know I said I was gonna stop pausing, but yeah, it was social media and whatever. They try to say like, do this for the country because freedom. There's gonna be a whole bunch of videos on why this is not important for you at all. That's crazy. But not in North Korea. Apparently there, everything Kim Jong Un, yeah, that's the name, right? Says law. Apparently he's a 6'10" all-star basketball player with wings and a golf prodigy.
I was taking ads out the newspaper saying the only way to be a man is by getting drafted to
I'll be a
war. And
woman
at the
today.
time before social media, everyone basically believed it because that's all that was shown. There wasn't anyone with major platforms that would go against it because they would get censored. And everyone watched media through a few news channels which would all say the same thing. During the Iraq War, though, that's when you first started seeing people actually start speaking up about things, saying, hey, maybe going into a country and murdering innocent civilians and committing war crimes isn't a good thing. Just maybe. But social media was still in its baby phases at the time it was going on, so there was still a lot of enthusiasm for it. But now with Gen Z, we grew up in the most free era of social media. No one would go because everyone would know it would be another lie that the government is doing. And the military's numbers have already been dropping more than ever. People have been making fun of it because they be trying to recruit soldiers anywhere they can now. They've been seen at anime cons. They got whole Twitch channels now.
Really?
They even got them at NBA games now. I'm not gonna lie, if I'm watching like Glorious King LeBron putting up 40 points and a military sergeant comes up to me like, hey son, this game sure is great, right? Have you ever thought of the game of fighting for your country?
Oh man, I'm trying to watch LeBron.
Like, get the fuck out of my face, bro. I'm watching LeBron. Even if there was a chance it was true and we were rightfully defending ourselves from evil, the US government has lost so much trust in the public, no one would believe them. I don't know a single man I've asked in Gen Z that said they would actually go if they got drafted. Most would rather just take the prison time or fine than go. And looking at it in the long run, it's not even that bad. It's 5 years in prison max if you don't go. So it's either you get 5 years max in prison for...
I've seen the Boondocks, and I've seen some Fleece Johnson interviews. Jail? Do they give us like a separate jail, or do we get in with all like the booty bandits and thugs? Booty bandits and thugs. That sounds like a jail. Oh my god, that sounds like a TV show. Booty bandits and thugs.
For not going and stay alive, or go and potentially get obliterated on the battlefield by a missile straight to the head. Hey man, I don't...
Okay, Boom, here's my take. Give people steroids. If you want me to be in the war, well, not me, because I'm Canadian. But if I were to be in the war, give me steroids. I want to be able to tank a bullet, no problem. Like, I'm not sure why they haven't tried to keep all these people natural in the army. Just give them steroids, and you know what I'm saying? Like, test out how much it takes to make a super soldier, and then keep doing that.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm throwing a party in that prison for every day we not in the war field. I got a friend that served in the military for a couple of years, and even he said nowadays he'd rather take the prison time. Also, the younger generation has realized we don't want to fight a war because of a politician's beef. Like, why don't y'all fight it yourselves? Why I gotta grab the military equipment while you sit on a plane watching from above drinking champagne? They should host a boxing match every year for world leaders, and whoever wins, their country gets the most benefits for that year. Looking at our leader for now, though, yeah, we might be losing for the next couple of years if that happens. Also, growing up in this age, we've gotten exposed to how badly these war injuries leave people. This right here might be the sole reason Gen Z would never join in. There's always a chance you could end up with one of those. People in war lose body parts I didn't even know was possible to lose. The day I'm at war and they try to obliterate my meat, the whole place is getting torn down. They should have tried to stop those images from coming out, because who the hell would want to potentially get involved in a war after seeing pictures like that? And it's crazy because it can happen at any moment to you on the warfield. One day you're chilling in the breezy weather of Iraq.
And literally, That's what happened to Iron Man. Why do you think he has a thing in his heart? He was, you know what I'm saying, in the first Iron Man movie, he was in Iraq just trying to sell bombs and junk, got exploded, and then like everybody else met the woo. And yeah, that's what happened to Iron Man. That's why he has like a Stark reactor. I don't know how to make a Stark reactor out of paper clips and batteries. So I'm cooked. They take my heart, they take my lung, my leg. I'm cooked. If they take my leg, I'm going to the Paralympics for sure. But yeah.
In 115-degree weather. You're vibing, then you look to the right and see a man with 20 cc's of C4 strapped to his chest running to you at insane bullet speed. And now you end up looking like Two-Face back at home.
No.
I'm not sitting here and saying all of America's wars were unjustified, though. Like, I always appreciate the veterans out there who fought, because most of the time, even if the war ended up being unjustified, a lot joined to fight for justified reasons and what they were told, and then felt bad when they realized it was a lie. And also for World War II, America was justified in a lot, like, let's be real, mainly making sure Adolf didn't end up owning the world. But like I said, no matter how justified a conflict may be, the trust is gone from the public. It'll take a real hard campaign to have the youth agree the government is totally not lying in what they're saying. And the president we have now is totally not a liar, right?
One thing I can promise you this. I will always tell you the truth.
I don't even know.
He don't even believe that himself. Do you see his face? He was probably...
Hey man, I don't know. I don't pay attention to politics because I'm Canadian. It's none of my business. I don't even pay attention to politics over here. I don't know who the mayor of my city is. I don't care.
They're holding back a laugh so hard in his mind. That's the thing that's most important in a war. Having a person that the younger generation wholeheartedly trusts. It's a reason why a lot of dictatorships completely ban social media. Because they can fully propaganda the younger generation to look
Damn,
up
what
to
if it just
the future
tipped
and
over?
believe in them. Even having someone that they trust is hard, but having someone that the younger generation doesn't trust, yeah, it's gonna be damn near impossible for the government to try to get us on the war train with that. No matter your view on Trump, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that most of Gen Z does not have a good view on him. You take a room of 10 of us, and I would say at least 8 people are gonna say they don't like him. And look, like I've said in the past, I'm not even one of those that's a Trump hater 24/7 and spends all day writing hate articles on him. But if you truly think the younger generation would fully be behind him declaring a war on another country, you're delusional. Bro, we just had protests around the whole country against what he's doing. And because he's commander-in-chief and can set whatever war policies he wants, I would not trust what the this would implement. Like, what if he implements a policy where if your meat is smallest, you gotta be the first to go because you probably can't read.
How many of y'all are packed? I'm not gonna say it. I should be good. I'm good.
Repopulate the population after it drops from all the casualties. All of us would be like, I don't know if I can trust a man leading the war that says this on stage.
Because they asked me what I do, and I said, I'm gonna bomb the out of them.
Imagine he forgot there was a couple of soldiers on the warfield and threw one right in the middle of the fight. Also, another reason why the younger generation wouldn't be motivated to join in is because we really got nothing to look forward to and have no hope for an American dream. Our economy's still from COVID and inflation is still going on. No one can get a job on the mainland already. And most of Gen Z ain't gonna get a house in their lifetime. At least back then.
Let's say YouTube stuff goes crazy, and I like for a good amount of years. I'm not gonna say if I blow up in the next 2 months, I start getting money, I'm gonna get a house. No, like I don't even need a house. But like let's say I'm going crazy or have a good, solid trajectory and balance for a good amount of time, and I can't afford a house, I still wouldn't unless I had like a kid and I was married, and then I'll buy a house. But until then, I'm chilling in apartments. I'm getting out. Like, I'm not fixing my sink. The landlord's gonna have to deal with that.
When you fought a war, you had those things to look forward to. You came back and could work a shift as a cashier and buy a house in 2 years. Nowadays, instead of that, you're gonna come back and have no work available to you, probably still be living with your parents. All the femcells on Twitter and TikTok are gonna be laughing at the men dying on the warfield. And don't count on the government to help you.
Also, yeah, why they should draft women too. Hey man, let's make it an equal effort.
either after. It's so sad to me that there's people out there that serve the country and help keep it alive, only for them to end up homeless with no help from the government. In what world should homeless veterans even be a thing, bro? We spend $880 billion on the military a year. Everyone who served in war should be eating good and kicking back for the rest of their lives. They did something that none of us wanted to do when the politicians and then got the end of the stick. If I was them, I would take back all of my service and stay my ass on the mainland. The government has tried to right those wrongs and make better benefits for people, but you still end up with people who got left behind and have nothing after. The only reason why I would even join, to be honest, is the benefits. I just have to sit there and pray that a war doesn't actually happen. Because for real, I don't only want the free insurance and vacations. The war field is a different conversation, huh?
There is an amount of money I would join the military for, but it would be a lot. It would be a lot. I don't risk my life for nothing. Like, especially in another country that has nothing to do with me. Oh, no, thank you. I don't have a problem with anybody. I watch Naruto and Vinland Saga. I have no enemies, and I don't believe in continuing the cycle of hatred. You feel me? So, no thank you.
I'm gonna have to take my prison time for that game. Anyways, that's gonna be it. For anyone in Gen Z that's actually worried about a draft in war, I'm gonna let you know right now, there's about a 95% chance no draft happens. Like, first off, half of our paycheck, if you live in the United States, goes to the military. We spend $880 billion a year on the military, and Iran spends a whopping $10 billion. Their whole military operation would get wiped in like 2 nanoseconds if they actually tried to attack someone. They would learn the true reason why we don't have free healthcare. The last thing they'd ever want to do is let all politicians put their political beliefs aside and let Congress come together and let Trump do whatever the he wants to do in a war. It wouldn't matter if their allies got involved, which I don't think they would even do. They would have so much more to lose with Iran, like it wouldn't be worth it. Also, they wouldn't do it because I'm here. They know I don't play when I say leave us alone. Anyways, follow me on Twitter, Instagram.
Well, anyway, if y'all do get drafted, watch my videos while you're over there, I guess. And like, comment, subscribe.